welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? I forgot to ask you how your Easter was last week. Mine was great, except for the fact that I didn't get to hide any Easter baskets. No, my sons were not interested in Easter egg hunts or Easter baskets or anything Easter. Even Easter bingo. I did Easter bingo for the season of Lent. I won, but nobody else turned their sheets in. Seriously, it was so cool. I was so proud of myself. But yeah, no, do your kids eat Peeps? I have one child at home that likes Peeps. Actually, I'm not sure if my oldest son does or not. But my youngest son loves them. And we found Dr. Pepper ones. So he was like ecstatic. Growing up, if we got Peeps or like the marshmallow eggs, I usually bit the head off and that was all I needed, you know, for the marshmallow part. But we just blew them up in the microwave after that. Awesome, yeah. So do you do any Easter traditions that are just wacky or fun for your kids? Did you attend church? Mass was probably my favorite because I always got a new dress for Easter when I was a kid. And so to dress up in the fancy dress with the gloves and the little socks with the lace on and maybe new shoes, maybe old shoes that got polished up, you know, that was my favorite part of spring because it was always, I always got a new dress. Yeah. My mom was a sewer, so she would always sew them. I loved it. This year I went to all the masses again. In our Catholic church, we have, well, all Catholic churches, we have the Triduum. I'm not sure how to say that, but it's basically Thursday, Good Friday, and Holy Saturday. And it's literally one mass. It starts on Thursday, continues into Friday, and the last part is Saturday. And it's really weird, and even for me, it's hard, but it's really cool because you have the same ushers, the same servers, the same readers, you know, so it's one big mass, but spread over 3 days. Yeah. And then I went Easter Sunday. If you want to check out the homilies from these masses, because they are not your traditional homilies at all. Our priest is not like that. He likes to keep people awake during the homily. So if you want to check them out, they are. I will post them below. But anyway, today we are doing another soap in the Wildflowers and Bees collection. So 3 things: be kind, be forgiving, be you. And let's go check out the next. Which soap is it? I don't know. So I only got 2 left. And I can't think of a one. So we will go check out this video on the Wildflowers and Bees soaps. Okay, and here we are to our soap. It's Gardenia. I think that's how you say it. Gardenia, something like that. This one also has a hydrosol in it. I think it was, I really have to look at my labels. If it was lilac hydrosol or if it was rose hydrosol. Or if it was a blend of the two. Why do I put hydrosol in there? Just because I can. Just because I can. I don't do it often. It's kind of fun to do for like the spring flowers or, you know, summer ones if it's mint or cucumber. But it's just me, right? It's not a necessary thing. I just do it to do it. So my thought process for this soap was to make it like one of the random soaps. It wasn't an actual video. It was just a short because I, you know, forgot to hit the record button. So I lost all the making of it, of the footage of it. I can't remember. It was a fruit one. It was really pretty. It turned out great. And I thought, well, I can do it the same in my mold and just cut it like I did the Wildflowers, right? So executed, ended up not exactly how I wanted it to be. And I know what I did wrong. That's always a bonus, isn't it? To know what you did wrong. If you ever see Tree Marie soap works, I think that's how she says it. She's not on YouTube much anymore, but if you check her out, she was great because she always went through her process, you know, this is what she did. And then at the end, she always tells you like what she would do differently, what she felt she messed up on. She's just great. But so yeah, I'll tell you what I messed up on at the end. But so the fragrance oil Gardenia is from Aztec Candle Company, and it is a very nice, very seems to stick very well in the soap. You know, they're all cured up, and it seems to be, you know, a really good sticker. It really drives me nuts though when it's like, oh, this is a great scent, oh, this is awesome, this is, and then you do it and it's like it doesn't stick. Like, you could at least put that, you know, it doesn't stick in cold process. Some of these companies, they could at least go through the process of testing their fragrance oils. I mean, really, how much is a little batch of soap? You don't even have to do this. You could do a small batch. There's a video I have where I was testing fragrance oils, and they're just these little half-ounce hearts in the end, and I think it's 2 hearts per scent, and, you know, to see if they discolor or anything, because they didn't have notes on them. But, or there might have been notes, but I just wanted to smell them. I was blending too. That's another way to test, you know. But I'd say test it with Q-tips, you know, your scents, see if they really smell good, and then test in soap, which I never do. Okay, fine. Not practicing what I preach. Okay, so the reddish color up on top is Micah from Micah from Mad Micah is called Always a Bridesmaid. And the yellow is Yellow Vibrance by Nurture's Handmade. And then we have our little container of titanium dioxide. Yes. So remember, what you see on the top of the bar is how we are cutting it. So the other bars should look like the end result, right? We're not cutting it vertical, we're going to cut it horizontal. So I wanted the white to be in the middle, just kind of a thinner line in the middle, and then my pinkish red. It's not a true red. It's kind of it's a really pretty color. I wanted that to be and the yellow to be thicker portions of the soap. See what I'm saying? So I have to basically keep the white in the middle and keep using my colors, the red and the yellow, to push the white and keep the white in the middle. And, you know, sometimes I can pour like into a container, like, you know, but to pour soap in a mold and keep a straight line, I won't quit my day job for that, because I'm messy. I'm so messy sometimes. It doesn't help when your mold is bowing in either. Kind of drives me a little nuts, but, you know, sometimes I tape it. I haven't taped it in a while because I haven't used the one that really bows excessively, and this one just takes a little bit, and then it'll stick up straight. But see, here you can see it's almost in thirds. And it's almost in thirds, and I didn't want it to be in thirds. I wanted it to be more of a, you know, the white should actually be like half that amount. I just wanted a little sprig. But in the end, it didn't matter because, yeah, you'll see. I'm not going to tell you. It has all to do with swirlage and and me messing up on it. Yeah. But I don't even know what a gardenia is. I know it's a flower. And the fragrance for this is really yummy. I was impressed. But I do like floral scents. I'm not a big lavender, like my daughter and I were talking. She hates lavender. And to me, lavender is either I love it or hate it. But there are some types of lavender that they don't give off that lavender scent, right? And sometimes something will say, like especially fragrance oils that say that they're lavender something. It's sometimes it's not a true lavender scent, that they've achieved, and so then it's sometimes just a floral, and I don't mind florals at all. I actually like florals, but I like fruity, I like woodsy, I like foodie, I like masculine. So yeah, I'm not a good picker of fragrance oils, let me tell you. No, which is probably why I'm more of a, the end soap, the little end pieces, I will sneak those for my shower, because a full bar I just can't decide. I really just cannot decide on like a full bar. And then it amazes me when I do have a full bar in my shower, how long they really last. It's just amazing, And people do tell me my bars last quite a long time, which is a good compliment to get. But I, it's just how it is. Very proud of that, but I just like the, the smaller bars, because then I can have different scents. But here's where I screwed up. Okay. And you're going to be like, it's not a screw up. To me, it was. I was not supposed to do the full length of the mold back and forth. I only wanted a tiny swirl in the middle. But I got so excited about swirling, I did the whole freaking thing, as you can see. And then I wasn't happy, and I'm like, well, how am I going to fix this? I can't just, yeah. Look at the indecision there. So then I decided I will go back and do it one more time. No, I am pushing all the way down to the bottom of the soap mold, you guys. Yeah, isn't this a mantra swirl or a lotus swirl or something? It is something. Yeah. And because if you go backwards, and it'll reverse, and then it looks like flames, and then you keep going, and yeah, there is something about like 20 times around or 50. I don't know what it is. So many times around, and there you go. But here is the soap. Very pretty, very pretty. A little bit of soda ash. I should just call myself Ash Soaps. Soda ash soaps. That bottom is cute. So as you can see, my soap cutter is taken apart because I need to cut this like I did Wildflowers and Bees, and do it into 3 sections. I'm so lucky my soap cutter is like just not a hair bigger where that screw is. There's the end piece. So that's what it would look like if I just cut it in half. Vertically. That's what it would look like. So it'd be like, it's okay. Not anything great. So as you can see, cutting them into 2. So I will have a total of 6 bars at the end. And okay, so I was a little off on my Wildflowers ones. Isn't that cool? So pretty. Yeah, they weren't quite 4 ounces, but these will be a solid 4 ounces because I'm definitely not missing any soap batter here. I like the top. The top is really pretty. It gets more of a flame look to it, or some fancy flower petals. The insides are kind of okay, but that's because, I was dumb and I did it twice. I should not have swirled it twice. That kind of kicked my butt. And also, like I said, I didn't want it to look this way. This wasn't my look. I'm sorry. I will have to do it on another bar. You just see the file for like all my soaping ideas. It's got to be an inch thick. All these soaps I want to do or redo, or yeah. But they are pretty. They are still kind of cool. They are kind of pretty. That one's a little wonky. There's some wonky stuff, but it's just from double dipping the chip. So here are the soaps right after I cut them. And here are the soaps when they are 100% cured. And as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. God bless.